This is Rachel Dworkin from the Chemung County Historical Society recording for the COVID Memory Project. Today is February 2nd, 2022, and I am here speaking with
Oliver.
Okay.
Garner. Alena Garner.
All right, thank you. So how old are the two of you?
7. No, 8.
You're 8?
He just
had a birthday.
Okay.
4.
So Oliver, you're in school, correct? How about you? Are you also in school or are you not yet in school?
I'm in school.
Okay, so you're in kindergartner? You're a kindergartner?
Pre-K.
Pre-K? Okay, and what grade are you?
2nd.
2nd. Okay. So had either of you been in school before the pandemic started, or what was the main, can you tell me like what was different between going to school before the pandemic and going to school after?
We didn't have to wear masks.
Okay. Anything else or just the masks?
Just the masks.
Just the masks.
No
Okay.
other changes?
No.
What about when you were in school for part of the week last year with Miss Mosier?
Yeah, we go part of the week.
But what was different about the classroom?
You had to say the desks were 6 feet apart.
Yeah, so that was different, right?
Yeah.
Alena did go to school before the pandemic. She was at Montessori in the toddler classroom, but she's actually gone to another preschool, and then now she's at Divin. So Alena could probably answer that question. It just would be, she's not comparing apples to apples.
Okay.
Alena, do you want to say what was different? Do you remember? No. Okay.
No? Okay. That's fair. So what do you like about, is there anything that you like now about going to school more than you liked about going to school then, or is it just about the same except for the masks?
About the same.
Okay. Do you mind wearing a mask, or are you okay with that?
I'm okay with it.
How about you? You're good? Okay.
You're okay with it? Yeah.
When do you remember hearing about COVID? Like, when do you first remember that?
I don't think I remember.
Really?
Really?
So he would have been 4. No, were you 5? 2020.
That was 2019.
Oh yeah, you had just
Yeah,
turned
2019.
6. You had just turned 6. So he would have been 6. She was 2. So she really struggles to remember before
Okay.
COVID because she was so young.
So how do you feel about COVID, or do you feel anything? No?
Oh, come on. Oliver, how do you feel about COVID?
A little sad
Why do you feel sad?
because I don't get to do certain things that I used to be able to do.
Well, what kind of things did you used to be able to do?
Go to the park, play with people that I can't play with now because there's COVID.
Okay. How about you? How does COVID make you feel?
Are you glad there's COVID?
Yeah.
You are? Are you joking? Silly girl. Now, how do you feel about COVID? Are you feeling shy? Yeah, you're feeling a little shy. It's okay to feel shy, sweetie. Do you want me to come over there, or are you okay? You want to come sit on my lap? Okay. And then you want to tell Miss Rachel about it? How do you feel about COVID? How does it make you feel that this is happening?
That's a valid way to feel too, not knowing how to feel.
Yeah, it's a confusing thing, right? Alena, are there things you miss? Are there things you wish we could do that we can't do because of COVID?
Yes.
Like what? Can you think of one thing?
Me.
Have you ever been to a birthday party?
Yeah.
Have you? When did we go to a birthday party?
Millie's. Yeah, Millie.
Millie's, that's right. We went to a birthday party last summer. It was an outside one, right?
Mhm.
And it was only 3 families and everyone was vaccinated except the littlest.
Have you
Right,
guys
Alena?
been vaccinated yet?
I have.
Okay,
you?
what was that like for you? Were you happy to be vaccinated or?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
How did you feel about the shot?
Scared before, but not after.
Okay. Did you have any side effects?
No.
No, you were good. That's good.
No shot yet. How do you feel about the shot?
Scared.
A little scared? Kind of like Ollie, right? He was really, really upset and worried before. He wanted to be vaccinated, but he didn't want the shot. He was kind of like, if they could just shoot it in there some other way, he would have been right first in line, but he was very nervous about the shot part.
So where did you go and get your shot?
At Rite Aid.
Oh, okay. Cool. Have any of you been sick? You've been sick?
Did you get COVID? No, you've been sick, but you haven't had COVID. That's right.
Do you know
No.
anyone who has?
You know anybody who's had COVID? We don't know any. Well, like, I'm trying to think. We have friends who have. So who got COVID recently? Do you remember in September? Who got COVID?
September?
Remember Rigby, Bennett, and Audrey?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, they're really good friends got COVID. Remember? Yeah, it was very sad, but they were okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were okay.
Okay.
Our family members haven't, though. We haven't had any direct family members, and most of the people that we interact with have not gotten it. So that's been really great.
Okay. Do you guys wear masks when you go out, like shopping? Yeah. How do you feel about wearing masks shopping?
Good.
Good. How do you feel when you're not wearing a mask?
Good.
What happens if we go out to go shopping and then we realize we forgot our masks? How do you feel?
Scared. Bad.
Why do you feel
sorry.
bad?
Are you worried about that? It's okay. You can tell her. Miss
Yeah.
Rachel's really nice. She's not going to make you feel bad.
Yeah. No, I just want to know why you feel that way. I'm not no,
Yeah.
you don't have to say if you don't want to though. How about you? Why do you feel scared?
Tell her why you feel scared, buddy.
Me?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was Lena.
Alena said bad. You said scared.
Bad.
Yeah, but she wants to know why.
I don't really have an answer.
Okay, that's fair.
What are you scared of?
Getting sick.
Getting sick. You're scared of getting sick if you don't have your mask.
Mm-hmm.
That's generally how they react. Like if we tell them, we're outside somewhere and there's not a lot of people and we say we don't have to wear a mask right now, the kids are pretty nervous about that. So I think for them it's not normal to go without them.
That makes sense. I know lately I've been feeling sort of like I've forgotten to put on shoes if I forget to wear a mask.
Right. Does it feel like that to you guys? Like you're missing part of your clothing if you don't have your mask? Yeah, I feel that way too. I'm so used to it now.
Yeah.
But when you're home, like if we're just home, it doesn't feel weird to not have your mask, right? Is that kind of what you were talking about, Alena, when you said you feel good?
Okay. I know that you guys have a pretty busy schedule. Has that changed since the pandemic? I mean, when did you have to stop doing any of that for a while?
Not really.
Yeah, we did. You don't remember?
No.
We did. We had to stop for a long time. We couldn't do anything for a while. In March of 2020, we spent about 4 months when we did nothing. And we've gone through periods, which I think they're just not remembering, but even in the fall last year, we went through a period where we just didn't do any of our classes because the numbers were so bad. So do you guys remember that when we had to stop doing all our stuff? We had to stop dance and stop gymnastics and stop going to horseback riding.
I kind of remember.
And you were real frustrated because we couldn't go anywhere or do anything, remember? So we've had times like that March where everybody stopped. And then we've had times where we stopped, but his friends, like their friends didn't, you know? So, and we've also had periods where we got to go back to normal. And so they stopped. And then, you know, after being able to do things. So like the summer, they said they went to a birthday party and we did a lot of things in the summer once we were vaccinated. And then a lot of people didn't get vaccinated and the numbers went really high. And so we stayed home and didn't do anything. So there's definitely different reactions they've had based on whether or not we've had things to do, you know, or if other people are doing things. That's kind of hard. If you know, if they're at school and they find out that their friends went to a birthday party this weekend, but we're not leaving the house, it's a little different.
Makes sense.
Do you want to talk about that? What that's like when we don't go anywhere?
No, you don't want to talk about that?
Say about it?
Okay. No. Okay. Is there anything that you'd like to tell me, like a story about something that happened recently that you want to talk about? No. Okay. How about you, Lori? Anything you want to add?
I'm trying to think if there's, I mean, on one hand, they've done an excellent job. I'm amazed at their ability to be flexible and to deal with so much being taken away from them without whining. Like they've really been amazing about that. They really have. And there've been many times where we've had a plan for something we were going to do, and then we had to not do it because of COVID and kind of last minute. And they've really been really great about that as well, which is kind of awesome for their age group. I got to say, I think that the kids, from looking at my friends' kids and these two, they handled this situation better than we adults do. I feel like the adults are whining a lot more than the kids are, which is really, it's kind of amazing. But I think it also has to do with like the people around them, like my kids' teachers. They've had several teachers throughout the pandemic, and all of those teachers have been so calming and just like very matter of fact about this is how it's going to be, but we're going to have fun. We're going to find our way. You know, I mean, Oliver's virtual teacher sent him a thing that said, we can do virtually anything. Like they just were very, it's just up on the wall. It's right over. It's that yellow one.
Oh, great. Cool.
But, you know, they really made the kids feel like this is what we're doing. It's cool. We're good. It's all okay. And they just kind of followed that. You know, they didn't panic or stress out. There were times here and there where it was really hard for them, and they did get upset, but I think it was very normal and natural for them to feel that way. Yeah, no, they've really handled it well. The mask thing has not been a problem at all, like not at all. And even Alena was tiny when she started. She was 2.
So how did mom and dad explain wearing the masks to you when you first started wearing masks?
Do you remember? Do you remember? Well, this is maybe a good story. So Alena was at preschool at Once Upon a Time in Corning, and she was going to the camp. They had a summer camp before she started school. Was it before? No, you know what? It was the one after you were in school. Yeah. So she was 3, and she was going to summer camp. And because they tried to keep the kids outside as much as they could, they didn't require masks. And they're preschool / daycare, so they were able to like kind of make their own rules. And we were very uncomfortable, you know, even with people being vaccinated. This kid group is too little, and we just felt very nervous. So we asked her to wear a mask the whole time. And I mean, it's summer and it's hot, so it's not the most comfortable thing, but she was cool with it and she did it. And I was surprised that I would get these pictures from them, and everyone in the picture was not wearing a mask except for Alena, and she had it on and on properly. Like it wasn't falling down off her nose. But what really did it for me was when she came home one day and she said to me that one of the other kids asked her, "Why are you wearing a mask?" And she said, "I'm wearing it so I can keep other people safe."
Oh.
And I mean, I hadn't said to her, if someone asked you, this is what you say, you know what I mean? Like I had never said that to her or really like tried to specifically give that as a party line, but we had talked about it a lot, that your masks don't really protect you, they protect other people. We're doing this so that like you're wearing it to protect other people and they're wearing it to protect you, right? So we had discussed it, but I was just so amazed that this little 3-year-old is like, "I'm wearing it so I can keep other people safe." And I was like, "You're exactly right." Yeah, that was awesome, right? Yeah, because you guys are great. It was awesome. So there must have been some level that they got that. Do you remember, Oliver, when you first had to wear them?
No.
Do you remember who made them for us? Do you remember Susie made them? Yeah, our neighbor made them for us. She sews and she made a bunch for like nurses and doctors in the area, and then she made us some. And we didn't think we'd have to wear them. Remember yours had super long ties and we had to cut them?
Uh-huh. And then they didn't work.
And then they didn't work because they were too long. He had like a surgical style with like the long ties and it wouldn't stay on his head. Fitting kid masks is hard. That was hard at first, right? Finding ones that fit your face properly and didn't fall down or fit weird. The other thing that happened was we were on vacation this summer in Maine, and we were getting out of the car in a parking lot, and Alena said, "I need my mask." And I said, "Okay, but you don't have to put it on yet," because we were just walking on the sidewalk to get to where we were going. And then I said, "You don't have to wear it yet because we're not going inside anywhere yet." And she said, "No, I want to wear it because I want to keep everybody safe."
Aww.
And I said, "Oh, well, that's so nice." So she put it on. And then when we got back to the car later that day, we had a note on our windshield from somebody who said they were sitting in a car near us and they overheard that conversation. And they said it really restored their faith in humanity, that these kids understood and that they were getting it and that they didn't see it as a sacrifice. And it was just the most beautiful note saying, that it really helped them so much. And they loved that our kids, knew how important it was. So that really made me feel good that they are you were goobers. I'm sure that's what they want to see is our dirty socks.
Well, we'll just be using the audio for this, so it's okay.
Oh, good. The dirty socks won't be on the audio.
Right. Well, now they will, but
Ollie, do you have any good stories about things that we did, like about our visits to your grandparents, like what we did to keep them safe and keep us safe? You want to tell her anything about that? Or about what it was like going on the airplane with our masks on and stuff? Do you remember that? No? You're such a good storyteller. And this is a great place for stories.
I have good ones.
Yeah, but you have lots of good ones.
I don't have good ones about this.
No? About the last 2 years? You have no good ones about the last 2 years? I know you do. But sometimes it's hard to think of them, I know.
That's okay. All righty.
Definitely it's been hard for them to be unable to have play dates. We did a bubble with some really good friends, the ones that caught COVID in January. Well, it was just us and them. Like we didn't interact with other people, but they were like an extension of our family. We did that the first summer. It was a double bubble. Yep. It was, we mushed our 2 bubbles together. Yeah. So we did that the first summer and we just spent time with them, and they're friends of ours, but the kids are triplets. So they're all Oliver's age, but there's 3 of them. Oh. So it was very nice. We really had a great time doing that. And I think they felt less deprived, but since everything has kind of changed, it's been really hard to do that with anybody. It just feels like the numbers aren't safe. So we've had very few play dates and very few interactions. Like we've had some park play dates here and there, but it is really hard, to spend time together and go to each other's houses, and no birthday parties. That's been hard. We went to that one this summer, but overall, no. Do you remember having a birthday party for you that we went with other people? No, right? You haven't been able to
You
do
had
that.
last year. You had.
She had an on. Wait,
She had
tell her about your birthday
online
party.
one, and then she had a parade.
That's right. She had an online birthday party.
And then she had a parade.
Oh, can you tell me a little bit about that? What was it like having an online birthday party, and what happened with the parade?
Do you remember the parade with people in their cars? No. You do. You sat in your chair and all the people, they drove down the street, and what did they do? Did they just sit in their cars? No, what did they do? Tell her what they did. It's okay to be shy, but just tell her. What the people in the cars do? You do too, remember? I'm pretty sure you do. Her teachers came, her teachers from when she was a preschooler, and her teachers that year came. And then her teacher she has this year came because she had Oliver and she's friends with her. And then a lot of friends came. And then when they drove by, what did they do? They said happy birthday. And what did they do with their car horn?
Honk.
They honked.
Dad had
And what did they have on their cars?
He had something that said honk. It's Sean's 50th birthday.
Oh yeah, but that's something else. But so they had presents for you, you remember? That's what you said, presents. And then what did they have on the outside of their cars?
Birthday signs.
Birthday signs, that's right, right? They decorated birthday signs for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds very neat.
Did you like that? Her brother got one. Her brother's birthday is in January, so he'd had one, and that was what she said she wanted most for her birthday, was she wanted a birthday parade.
Oh.
She hadn't had one.
Oliver, can you tell me about your birthday parade?
You don't remember? What do you remember? What did the cars do?
I remember getting a lot of presents. I remember a bunch of honking. I remember listening to Beatles songs.
Yeah, we were playing Happy Birthday to You, that Beatles song, right? Yeah. And then what did you have on your chair? Do you remember what was on your chair? You don't remember? Your big balloon bouquet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you had like a big balloon thing.
Did you get anything? Did you get anything cool for the presents?
Yeah.
Do you remember what's on your wall? That's when you got that.
Yes.
Who gave that to you? Do you remember? You don't remember who? Miss Cornaccio. His virtual teacher made this for him. What is it?
It's a cutout flag banner that has my name, and then it looks like in super writing.
Yeah, she made him this really cool banner, right? And Miss Schweinsteimer drove up. Do you remember who was in her car with her?
Kids.
Her niece, right? Miss Schweinsteimer. She doesn't have kids. Her niece, remember? His teacher that he had the year before, his kindergarten teacher came. Miss Cornaccio was his first grade virtual teacher. And then your first grade teacher came too, right? Yeah. Do you remember anything else? Yeah.
So January is your birthday, so you just turned 8. Happy birthday. What did you do for your birthday this year?
I go to school.
So she can see you. What did you do at school?
I had a big birthday party.
Oh,
at school?
So what kind of party, like what did you do at the party?
It was just basically cupcakes, birthday bag.
And then what does your teacher let you do on your birthday?
Just go in and show hug. And it's you will get to the one leader and the DJ.
Do you want to tell her what the DJ is?
The DJ, you go on Go Noodle, and the DJ gets to pick 2 songs, and then you have to dance along with them.
Sounds fun.
You want to tell her what we did
cupcakes and a dance party. Good times.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Can you think of anything else about COVID that you want to share? Well, one thing that was really good that you both really liked is what changed for Daddy. So Oliver, you remember, and Alena doesn't. He got to stay home a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does your dad do?
He goes to Corning.
Well,
He's
she
an
might
engineer.
she might think it's the city. Do you want to tell her the name of the company?
Corning.
Incorporated.
Corning Incorporated.
Okay, so he's an engineer for Corning Incorporated, and he got to work from home during the pandemic.
And then what else did he do? Do you remember? Because Alena doesn't remember this. What did Daddy used to do all the time? He didn't just go to work at Corning. What else did he do?
He had to drive there.
Where did he go? Where else did he go? Work trips.
Work trips. And
Tell her, where did Daddy used to go on his work
like
trips?
Taiwan, Korea.
Yeah. And did he just go like once in a while?
No, it was like every month.
Right. He was gone a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened during COVID?
He had to stay home, just like today.
Yeah. So Alena actually doesn't remember because she was so little so she doesn't understand how much he used to travel. And it's going to be so hard for her when he starts traveling again, because she's going to be surprised. Oliver remembers how hard it was.
So you spent a lot more time with him. How'd that feel, spending time with Dad?
Good.
Yeah. What did you like about Dad being home, especially when you were like on virtual? What was nice about it? What could you do?
Play more.
Yeah, you could play more with him.
No.
And what did we do at lunchtime?
Eat lunch with him.
Yeah, we got to eat lunch with him, right? And sometimes you got to eat breakfast, right?
Yeah.
Like before he went down, because you just go downstairs for work, right?
And then sometimes when Mom had to take Alena to school, then when I did virtual, then I go downstairs and work with him, and then he worked with me in the same room.
Yeah, it was like you're two dudes doing your work, right?
Uh-huh.
And you both had a laptop and everything, right?
Sounds fun. Did you like did you like doing virtual learning?
Uh-huh.
Do you miss it?
No, not really. Oh, man.
Okay.
What did you like about it, buddy?
I like that I got to stay home.
Yeah.
Go on the computer.
Okay. Do you like being back at school though?
Yes.
What do you like about being back at school?
That, Alena, please stop it. That I get to go and have fun at school.
What do you get to do at school that you couldn't do before?
I get to have gym. I get to have classes.
Yeah.
Did you meet new people this year?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they had a lot of changes at school. So first we were home and it was all virtual. And then we went to virtual 3 days a week and in school 2 days a week. And then partway through the year, they switched to have the other group that had been the other 2 days to honey, please come on this, to be together with them. So they had split the classes into two, and half of them went Monday, Tuesday, and half of them went Thursday, Friday. And then when they put them back together, they had like basically a whole new class, because there were 10 kids that were not in their class at the beginning of the school year. And now in like February or March, they suddenly had 10 new classmates. And so they had to really readjust to having all these kids that were not part of that group be part of the group again. And they did a great job. And then this year they're all together and they're going every day. So it's been really different. They've had a lot of different school versions.
What was your favorite version?
I'll probably stay home, go 2 times.
Okay, so you like the hybrid better. Interesting.
What did you like about it, buddy?
I don't know. I just liked it.
He had a really nice group of people that they really got along well. And even though, it was 10 kids, it was really small, but they really all functioned well together and they really got along. It seemed like there were a lot less fights than there are with like the 20 in the class. So that's kind of an interesting, I don't know if that's part of why. Can you please go on the screen again, honey? Did that have anything to do with it, Bud? Okay.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to share? No? Okay.
Anything, honey? You want to tell her anything else?
Well, thank you very much for talking with me.
Thank you. I'm sorry that they weren't very verbose today.
That's perfectly
Usually
fine.
Can't get Oliver to be quiet, but I guess this was a tough topic.
That's fair. All right. Thanks.